Hello and welcome to Wedding Secrets with me, Claire. Thank you so much for joining us on today's video. Now, in case you don't know, which I think you probably will, Wedding Secrets, we are the industry experts. We've been operating now for over 12 years, so I think it's very safe to say we've had our fair share of brides and grooms. So I'm guessing you are planning your big day. Well, hello, and it's lovely to meet you if you're the first time to one of our videos. Now, we are bringing out lots and lots of different videos on a whole range of different aspects for a wedding. And why? That's because we know just how stressful planning a wedding can be. So hopefully you're going to watch these videos, take away something special, or maybe you might think, oh, I completely forgot that. Thank goodness Wedding Secrets reminded me. Now, today's video I have been so excited to do because it's just the cutest wedding video ever. We're going to be talking about different ways that you could ask a very special member of your family or friends to be your flower girl. Ooh, I know, it's going to be such a cute video. And honestly, when we were doing our research and when we were sharing our advice, it definitely touched our hearts. So the way it's going to work, I'm going to work through the 6 best ways or different ways to ask a flower girl for your big day. And we're going to be breaking down a little bit about why it's such a good idea or why it's so popular, and even some expert tips on how to do it. So sit back, enjoy the video, make sure you like, subscribe, or maybe you might have a few questions when you're watching the video. Don't worry, just go in the comments box and ask us then. Asking a flower girl to be there on your big day. Now, maybe that's something you've not actually thought about, because when it comes to weddings, let's say, well, maybe your partner has popped the big question and you think, oh, question's done. No. Planning a wedding is just the start, because you will have at least several questions you've got to ask. You've got to ask your best man, you've got to ask your chief bridesmaid or bridegroom, you've got to ask your bridesmaids, you've got to ask your ushers, and the list goes on and on and on. Now, I've seen in working in the wedding industry so many different trends online of how to ask a bridesmaid to be there for you on your big day. And there are some beautiful and creative ways. However, one thing you don't think of too much is how to ask a family friend or relative to be a flower girl. Now, I think this is just one of the most loveliest opportunities in a wedding to do something really personalised and something really magical. Now, I know this because I was a flower girl on many occasions, and trust me, when you're anything from the age of 4 to 12, being a flower girl is one of the biggest parts of your social calendar. So as a bride or a groom, why not make it really, really special for that little girl that you are going to ask to be a flower girl? And the one thing, and I love this saying so much, the smallest person on your big day will be in charge of spreading the biggest part of your day. Your petals. Your flower girl she's got a big job ahead of her. She's going to be walking down the aisle on your big day before you do, and she's going to have all eyes on her. So there's a certain sense of pressure, but hopefully children don't always know that too much. So it's a big responsibility. She's going to be spreading the flowers, she's going to be spreading the petals that you are going to be walking upon. So it's a huge honour for anyone to be asked. So why not make it special? Now, I'm going to tell you 6 different ways of how to do it. Some are a really, low end, hardly any budget needed at all. And some are a little bit more expensive. So again, it's not just about your budget, it's about being creative. My first one, which I love this idea, why not pop the question? So do you remember when we were children and we used to get those rings? That I remember these so much as a little girl, and they were tiny, tiny rings, and you'd have a sort of gem on there as well. So the whole idea is, if you get a ring box and you can get the sweetie, even a Haribo ring, and you pop it in the box and you almost present your future flower girl with the ring in the box. And you know what, it's just so cute, and it makes for the loveliest video, and put a really nice message inside. I mean, one message which I've seen come up, and I've seen this with bridesmaids, and it's lovely, and it says, I can't say I do without you. And it's just so pretty, and it's such a lovely little touch. So that's a good idea. Another idea we have is keep it old school for the children that love sweets and cake. And let's be honest, I don't know any kids who don't. You can have beautiful desserts made, and we don't have to have, you know, a big cake, just a little cupcake. And then on the icing, you can have something really beautiful wrote, saying, you know, will you be my flower girl, or a flower girl and a question mark. And this is just a really, it's not expensive. You can even do it yourself. I know I wouldn't be very good at doing that, but it's just a really nice idea, and it's something that they can enjoy after. But if you are going to do that, make sure you take plenty of pictures of the cupcake before they destroy it. So yeah, that's just a really nice way, and you can personalise it. Use different colours that they like, different coloured fonts, etc. I have to say, on the list, this is my favourite idea. This one, I'm stealing. A flower girl. What is a flower girl's responsibility on your big day? Her responsibility is to scatter the petals along the aisle that you are going to walk down. So the whole idea, the whole word flower is so important. So why not, when you ask her to be a flower girl, tie that flower aspect in. Now, one thing that I have, well, I love the idea, is having a flower crown made for her, and it's just so beautiful. But now this idea literally makes me want to cry, because I think it's beautiful. And I've been to one of these before, in different florists around the UK and everywhere else. They offer crown workshops. They're called flower crown workshops. And what they do is you go in, and there's usually a group of people there, and the florist has lots of flowers laid out, and you actually learn how to make a flower crown, and it just sits so nicely. And you do things like you weave the flowers in, you can add bows, you add decorations, and then you actually leave with your flower crown. Now, I just thought, what a wonderful activity. Say if you have, you know, it could be your niece or your child or a friend or a godchild, you can take them to the flower workshop, create this beautiful crown together, and then ask her while you're there. And I just think it's so nice to spend time, you know, that one-to-one time. Or you could make it at home as well. There's so many different ways. But one thing I would like to add is, let's say if you know you're going to have a certain flower theme at your wedding, let's say you're going to have roses, why not incorporate some of these roses into her flower crown? So I have seen this so much on social media, especially at gender reveal parties. So you have a series of balloons made, and inside the balloons is stuffed confetti, and you must have seen it where we pop the balloon and confetti goes everywhere. Well, it's the same idea as that, only have a few different balloons, have each one of them filled with confetti, but just one of the balloons filled with a little bit of paper that has the special message, the question, will you be my flower girl? And you know, it's not too expensive to do. You can do it yourself and make it into a game. So again, this is about creating that memory. So can you imagine lots of balloons all around, and the child has to pop them all to try and root through the confetti to find the hidden message. Almost like a treasure trail, if that makes sense. And yeah, and it's just a really nice way, and you can get it all on film as well, so you can really remember those memories. And you know, some children, they love playing games, they love getting their energy out, and this is a good way to do that. We will give you one tip though. Do warn their mum and dad first, because confetti gets everywhere. Number 5. Now, I've seen this done quite a few times. In fact, I've even seen these on Amazon. A book. You can have personalised books made. They are stunning. And the child reads through it, and it almost teaches you about what it is to be a flower girl. And then when you get to the end of the book, you get the big question, and it's something that they will hold on to forever. Right, number 6, last but not least, jewellery. Again, it depends on what budget you're on and if that's something that that child would understand. But pieces of jewellery, again, they can keep forever. It could be a nice way to start a collection off as well. And it could be a little keepsake such as a bracelet or a little necklace. And monochrome, you know, have your initials, have it personalised, and it's something to hold on to. Now, I'm speaking from experience. I was a flower girl many times, and something that I kept, which I loved, was actually my bouquet, and I still have my little basket bouquet of plastic flowers. I still have them now, and that was from 1995. So I do promise you, whatever you do in your own special way, or perhaps using one of our ideas, they will remember it for a lifetime. So I do hope you've enjoyed this video. Maybe it's given you some ideas or different ways, or maybe you think, oh, I like that. I could create that myself. That's brilliant. Give us a like, give us a comment. We're on social media. Go onto our website. We've got many more videos and lots of ideas. As I do say, we are the wedding experts. So we have met many brides and grooms all trying to make their day perfect. The best piece of advice that I can give you is enjoy the process. Enjoy asking your relatives if they want to be flower girls. It only happens once. Make the memory special, and I promise you they will cherish it forever. So I hope you've enjoyed this video, and we'll catch you on the next one.